Hi beauties, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to get the blown out salon effect using one of these heated round brushes. I have been so obsessed with this thing since I got it. If you haven't already seen my curly hair diffusing video, you can go ahead and watch that. I will link it in the cards. But my hair is naturally kind of curly or wavy, depending on your opinion. If you'd like to see how I got this salon effect with round brush, then just keep watching. So this is my blow dryer round brush. It does come with a little cleaning tool, but I would suggest cleaning it when it's cold and not right after you use it. When I first got out of the shower, all I did was brush my hair straight, and then I twisted it back into this little clip for when I did my makeup. I usually do my makeup before I do my hair when I'm going to be straightening it because I feel like it gives it a chance to dry so it's not sopping wet. I don't want it to just completely air dry, but I also don't want it to be sopping wet because that just makes it a much longer process. So let's go ahead and get started. I am just going to voice over the video of me actually doing my hair so that you can hear me because obviously when you get this blow dryer round brush going, it is loud. So I'm going to take my hair down, but I'm not going to leave it all down when I'm doing this. So I usually put 2/3 of my hair up. Just like that. I know it looks a little silly, but we're not going to keep it like that. And I'm going to start with just the bottom section of my hair. As far as which direction you're going to turn, that really matters at the very end once your hair is dry. So basically, once you're just trying to get it initially from wet to dry, I don't pick my new thrifted sweater, I love this thing. When you're trying to get it from wet to dry, it's just, important to just go straight through like that. But the direction that you twist your wrist will matter at the end when you're trying to get that salon look and salon effect. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are at the stage where it is mostly dry on the bottom. However, I did realize I had some loops of hair kind of hanging down, so try to make it a clean clip if cleanly clip up your hair with no little loose stragglies, because that will make your life a lot more complicated because your little round brush is going to get caught in them. Once we get to this point, you can kind of decide which direction you want to go with your wrist. So you can obviously curl your hair where you would think you would, inwards like this, and see how that looks. And I find on the bottom layer of the hair, it doesn't really matter for me. I just go ahead and curl it inwards how you naturally feel like you should. But at the top of my head, that's when I start curling outwards. So Farrah Fawcett vibes, you know what I'm saying? So trying to go outwards, but it ends up really giving a nice pretty effect at the end. You'll see what I'm talking about. But for now, you can just kind of aim to get this dry and maybe curl it inwards just so that underneath your hair is nice and smooth. But you see, if you stop too early with this thing, so if you just use this to dry your hair, you're gonna get a weird frizzy looking straight look like this. And I mean, obviously, you'll see what I mean once we go further, but it's not gonna look straight and sealed and have that pretty little freshly blown out flip to it. You know what I'm saying? It looks very like I blew it dry, So you have to continue while the brush is hot so that will get that styling like a round brush. You have to move it some sort of way to get that flippy flap, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go to the next layer of hair. It always looks so funny to me, with the dry on the bottom and the wet on the top anyway. You can obviously break your hair up into more layers if you need to. My hair is just really thin, so 3 to 4 layers tends to work for me. Let me make sure it's a lot cleaner this time so that there's no droopies. Oh, let me ring. gorgeous. So gorgeous. Okay. So now we're gonna go in and start drying this layer again, and the same thing with the middle layer. I kind of curl like this, like under, like this way. And I feel like that gives it a bit more body underneath. Does that make sense? So it's like, it's kind of helping encourage the hair to give you more body. But then once I get to the top, that's when I'll like do this way to give it body, but then I'll finish it off with the flipping outwards to get it the flip, you know? So let's do it. And as you can see, as I go, once I kind of get all that hair dry, I bring everything together and I flip it inwards to try to curl those ends inwards and seal them all together and make it look cohesive. Woo! Should we divide it into 4 or 3 layers, do you think? I don't know. I feel like we could finish off this 3rd layer. Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's do 3. Embrace the thin hair. This top layer, I kind of go in and out of curling inwards and outwards. I just kind of do it till it's dry, and then once it's dry, I really kind of get to shaping and playing around with the shape. So you'll see what I'm talking about once I get into it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in at the crown of my head here and kind of fluff it up a bit, like get it more bodyful. So that will give you that salon sleeked finish. Now we've got the back part lifted and the sides swooped. And it also depends on your haircut what all you can do with this thing. I like, if my hair weren't so thin, I would get layers that are really short all throughout, but just the tapering in the front really, I feel like is enough for my thin hair. But if you have all of the layers, this is gonna look phenomenal on you, because the more layers and like texture you have to your hair, the better. Typically with straight, you know? Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on there. If you have any special tips for getting a salon look, then comment them down below. Or let me know if you found one of my tips helpful. And with that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.